If there's one director you can always rely on to deliver a lighthearted, breezy, enjoyable flick, it's Wes Anderson. And although I don't think The Phoenician Scheme is his best work, I still did find myself laughing and smiling at every turn. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're new, check out the rest of the channel and let me know what you think. Let's dive into The Phoenician Scheme. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit, but as I stated up top, it's not my favorite Wes Anderson film, and I don't think it's some of his best work. It has all the trappings that you would want from a Wes Anderson joint. It's got a fantastic cast, great performances, quirky writing, fun dialogue, a lot of humor. There's a heart and soul at its center between this relationship with Benicio del Toro's character and his daughter, trying to rekindle their relationship. And, of course, all the technical aspects of filmmaking are heightened to an incredible level. All the set designs, all the costume and outfit designs, all of the practical special effects, everything. I mean, it's a Wes Anderson film. You know what to expect at this point. My favorite aspect of this movie, honestly, is Michael Cera, who I believe this is his first time appearing in a Wes Anderson movie. I would love to see them collaborate again, because Michael Cera is hilarious in this film. He plays a tutor for Benicio del Toro's children who specializes in bugs. So every scene, he's constantly just pulling a bug out of nowhere. It's kind of funny, just showing him off at the dinner table and things like that. And there's always a conversation around the bug that he presents. But then it turns out later in the film he's revealed to be a double agent from the U.S. who's trying to push Benicio del Toro's character off of his plan to try and cover the debt that he owes to all these people, because he's kind of like this shady businessman that kind of finagles his way into all these large global business deals and somehow demands 5% of the profit, even though he really doesn't have anything to do with these ideas or these projects, etc. And Michael Cera's character is sent by this group in the US to try and preoccupy him, so they can pull him into kind of like this checkmate, where their plan is to stabilize the markets for all these industrial goods that are a part of his businesses and schemes, so that they will not go up or down in value. And Michael Cera is a double agent to go in and stall him while they push this through. And he's the best part of the movie. He's funny. He has this great chemistry and relationship with Del Toro's daughter in the film, who is played by Mia Trepleton. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But she is Kate Winslet's daughter, who I didn't even know going into this, and she was great. Del Toro's great. I'm glad he finally gets to lead a Wes Anderson film after kind of being part of the principal cast in the last few, but never the leading role. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I'm glad that Wes Anderson finally put him as the leading man. And I think the story at its core is interesting. Him bringing in his daughter, trying to make her the sole beneficiary of his estate and all of his wealth to try and rekindle their relationship. And also her being a sister of the Catholic Church, a very devout nun. She's very devout in her faith. Just seeing her try to grapple with like all of her father's shady dealings and like his constant just like activities that goes against everything that she believes in. It's a good foil for each other, and they bounce off each other very well. And I think like every other Wes Anderson film, this film is strongest when it focuses on its characters and their chemistry and their interactions and their dialogue. As I said, between her and Del Toro and between her and Cera, who kind of start their own little romantic relationship throughout the movie. And it's very awkward and very quirky and very fun to see get that developed. The rest of the cast is great too. Jeffrey Wright's in here. He's hilarious. Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston play these business partners that are in league with Del Toro, and they're great. They kind of have this funny game of horse to see if they're actually going to let him keep his contract with them. It's kind of silly. And there's some other Riz Ahmed's in here. He's hilarious. He's great. Scarlett Johansson makes another Wes Anderson appearance. Funny. I do like there are aspects of this story where interspersed throughout the main plot, Del Toro keeps having these near-death experiences, which led him in the first place to want to rekindle his relationship with his daughter. And it's cool because we get these scenes where he's presumably in heaven speaking with God, who's portrayed by Bill Murray, which I thought was a delight. And just all of these other prophets just like kind of talking down to him about all the, shady shit he's done in his life and how he needs to repent and repay for all of this. And those scenes are beautiful, they're funny, and they're very enjoyable. And this whole movie across the board is beautiful. All of the sets, all of the miniature work, which is always in a Wes Anderson film. The cinematography is gorgeous. Everything. It's Wes Anderson films are always beautiful, so you can never go wrong. My big negative of this one is the plot. Anderson always has plots that are a little silly, kind of over the top, and not complicated, but they make you pay attention to what's going on, because he is going to throw in twists and turns and things like that, and just silly things that go into the plot that throw it off its path. This one, though, it just feels overly convoluted, because the nature of this plot, with Del Toro trying to basically go back through all of his dealings that he's done with all these different business people around the globe and try to get them to cover the debt he owes, it gets a little convoluted because we move through it so quickly and so many characters jump in and out so fast that you kind of lose track of what's going on, who's who, and what actually we are trying to accomplish. And I think that's where this movie loses itself, is in that main narrative thread. Other than that, though, I mean, this is a very enjoyable Wes Anderson film. And if you can't enjoy it for the plot, you're definitely going to enjoy the humor. You're going to enjoy the characters' chemistry, the interactions, the performances, everything like that. So if you go into this just expecting to have a good time, I think you'll have a good time.